we start in Philadelphia, right? So we had news that there was a 27-year-old male named Walter Wallace Jr. on Monday who was fatally shot by police officers after appeared to be wielding a knife. And apparently this guy had mental issues. His mother was there trying to console him and bring him in. And regardless, he ended up catching 10 bullets to his chest and neck area, and he passed away. Brooks, man, what are your thoughts on this? He was 10 feet away from the cops. It didn't really seem in the video like he was charging the cops. Do you think they could have diffused that situation?
Yeah, I would die saying that. If they choose, they can do it. They're more capable of doing it. If they can do it with anybody else that does not look like you, me, or Franco, or Brenda, Zakia, whoever it may be, they can do it for anybody. And it's really unfortunate, man. I heard about this. I didn't want to watch the video because it just disturbs my soul to continue to watch these things. It's not it's not like the election stuff or like anything else where I'm getting desensitized to it. Like every time I hear about these things, it shatters my heart, and I don't want to watch it anymore. So I kind of just try to, like, I guess you could say, ignore it. But I mean, the fact that these riots have happened, these violent protests have happened. 30 police officers were hurt last night. I'm not gonna say they deserved it, anything like that. But you continue to have these things happen. What do you expect people to do? Because people are sick of this. We need immediate change. We need immediate progression in our society. And when you keep on creating the same environments and keep on electing the same things and not actually voting in people that can create this change, these things continue to happen. It's like insanity. It's literally the result of insanity. We expect things to change, but we keep on doing the same thing, and we can't keep doing it.
Yeah.
Let's get Franco in on this, man. What are your thoughts on the latest police killing in Philadelphia? Well, police doing the killing, not the police being killed. What are your latest thoughts on this, Franco?
So you asked if this could have been taken down, if this could be approached differently by the police.
Could this have been I guess the simple question is, could this have been a non-fatal transaction?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah. If you go, there's a video on YouTube. I don't have the link right now to it, but we can post it later. There's a video of UK police officers taking down a guy who had a knife in England. And it took I think it was 5 of them. They were able to take him down without shooting him.
No guns?
So no gun at all. No, the police did not have a gun, and they were able to disarm him and arrest him without killing him. So it's possible. We can train the police to do that without killing our citizens, even if they're holding out a gun. Because what's the background with this guy? Did he have any mental issues or something?
So that's what the people are saying, is that this gentleman had some type of mental disability, and I guess he was incoherent.
It's so archaic to just shoot at somebody like that. If you're a police officer, rather than to just take them in and try to help them out and have them turn them into a functioning person for society.
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Franco. And this is why we say we don't need police officers to answer calls of a mental breakdown or a psychosis situation, domestic violence. That's not what they're there. That's not what we're paying these people to do. You're here to prevent crime or respond to crime, not to mental health calls. This is why we need more social workers or mental health advocates to answer these calls, not police officers.
And then the argument that some people are going to make, is how is a social worker going to take down that guy with a knife? That's why you got to have somebody who's trained to go with them, and then the social worker tells them what to do, and the person has been trained to take down a person like that in situations like that. there's like martial arts and stuff that show you how you can take somebody down who is armed without killing them.
What's
I mean, call
crazy
me
to me,
idealistic, but I mean, we're trying to protect people. We're not trying to kill them.
that's the
Exactly.
goal, right? That's what I was about to get at. Is, it's crazy to me how we've seen this episode a million times, right? But still, it just keeps on happening. We don't learn, as a, I don't want to say we, because I'm not gonna bunch any of us into what these cops are doing. But how do you not learn from everything else that's happened before? How do you not
They
at
don't
least take
care.
into consideration other ways that this thing could be done? Because like you said, this guy in England is going around with the knife, and he got taken down.
Yeah, I believe it
It's
was a
possible.
kitchen knife too.
It's possible. There's ways that this could be taken care of other than putting 10 bullets in his chest and his
10
neck.
bullets. Talk about like that's
But-
overkill.
That's exactly, and it just goes to show something that I've been saying all along. Every time this happens, is that it just goes to show the fear and I want to say inexperience, but these guys, they've been on the job 10, 15 years. How can you still be inexperienced to this kind of stuff and still be so scared you don't have any common sense left that you just let your gun go? These are a bunch of insecure, fragile people with lethal weapons and little know-how. So this is going to continue happening over and over again.
They believe in
Really,
this stuff. Like this is what some of them enjoy doing this kind of stuff. They talk
Yep,
about it amongst each other. So
absolutely,
it's a systemic problem that's occurring in our police across the country. And
So-
we've went over this like a bunch of times now on this show, how they purposely hire people who are dumb to join the police force. Like they don't need a college education. They have like the minimum amount of training. I think it takes like less than a year for them to train.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's another thing too. How does it take? It takes what, 7 years to become a doctor? It takes what, 3 years to become a lawyer? You gotta get a license. You gotta go to beauty school to become a cosmetologist, do hair, makeup, tattoos, whatever it may be. And you only gotta be in the police academy for what, 6 months, 7 months. It's not
really?
it's not that long of a training process to become a police officer.